We've gotten to the 27th of August, the transfer window's not yet shut, but we've gotten through a lot of games and we've been having to fend off a lot of bids for Slavomir Kusera, who we signed for £38,000 back in the day. He's now had bids of up to £18.5 million I've turned down from Southampton of all places, but it's happening and it's interesting. Annoyingly, I don't want to sell this guy. If it was Savic, I probably would be more open to the idea of selling, mostly because this guy is homegrown in 4 months' time and would be very useful to our Champions League campaign. And any other European competition we take part in because he's homegrown and would count for a registration spot. Which again, not ideal having to fend off all these teams looking to get him, but he's not kicking up a stink and that's great. Milan Hanbelek has also had some teams looking to get his services. He also is homegrown in about 2 years' time, so it would be nice to keep hold of him. But again, he's also not kicking up a stink, so as far as I'm aware, we're having a very good time. We've not signed any new players since we last met, but we've had a load of matches since we last met as well, so how have we been getting on in the Champions League and in the league? Let's find out together, shall we? The first game we had was a 7-1 victory against RFS in the Champions League second qualifying round at home. Hanbelek gets the opening goal of the game, and once that goal goes in, we start to really take control. Boxe scores this goal. Keeper should do a lot better, mind you, but we're not going to complain because we start to really show our stuff. Forbes plays this in the middle to find Bugler. Bugler finds the back of the net to make it 3. And in the 20th minute of the match, we make it 4-0. So we're already in firm control, and a KK with that effort really ensures we're in firm control. And eventually, before half-time, we make it 5. We don't really look back. Hanbelek getting this goal to make things interesting. But we do consider a goal before half-time, sadly enough, and I was disappointed to see this go in, but at least we had a 5-goal buffer, so it wasn't terrible. It just would have been nice to keep a clean sheet in a game we'd absolutely dominated the game in, and Salazar gets his first goal of the season with the first goal of, well, his first goal there. The first goal that he'll score in the first game is nice, but we make it 7. Before the end, Okeke finds the ball, goes for a goal, shoots and scores. Bever should do better. Their goalkeeper was absolutely terrible at times, despite the fact he got a 7.8 rating. We had 35 shots and 20 shots on target, so that means he saved 13 shots. That might be a bit of concern for him, but okay. We won 7-1. But then we drew 0-0 against Puskas Academia, and I don't know how. But I guess we didn't lose. We should have won this game 100% though. I don't know how we didn't win. We then went to RFS and beat them by 3-1. Bugler finds Javeri, who gets his first goal of his career in his first appearance. I kind of rotated the squad a little bit because I knew we were already through. And then Forbes cuts inside and finds Bugler. He makes it 2. We're looking good. And then in the second half, we make it 3. Tamas gets the goal, and it's really good. Unfortunately, we do give up a goal. Savic makes a horrific mistake with his passing and lets them have a shot on goal, and they score from it. So I took him off immediately afterwards, and I was disappointed. But we won 3-1 to win 10-2 overall. The fact we conceded in both games is annoying though. We then took on Mekik and beat them 3-0. Padaversa gets an assist here, finds Balanta, finds Boz, and it's a good start inside 9 minutes. We then make it to latching onto their loose pass. Bogner finds Robledo, he finds Bogner, he finds Okeke, and it's 2-0. And we make it 3 towards the end. Gianvaro's corner is found by his teammate. Savic plays across to Padaversa, and Padaversa, if he missed that, would be very embarrassed because that's an open goal effectively to aim at. If you missed that, something has gone very, very wrong. The next game we had was against Slavan Bratislava, and we beat them by 3-0 in the first leg of the third qualifying round of the Champions League. Borges gets the opening goal, or Forbes. He scores the opening goal of the game, and then we make it 2 with this delightful pass to find Salazar. Salazar scores in the Champions League again. And we make it 3 before half-time. Forbes' corner is found by Kusura, and Kusura nods home to make it 3-0. In the 30th minute of the game, we keep our first clean sheet in the Champions League, which, honestly, why was it not something we could do earlier in the first 2 games? We then took in Gmod and beat them 4-0. Padaversa gets the assist here to find Forbes. He scores the opening goal of the game, and he's now finding his scoring touch. We make it 2-0 before half-time, 39 minutes in. Padaversa finds Hammerbeck, he finds Forbes, and he does that. Goal of the season contender right there, as far as I'm concerned. And we make it 3-0, just 6 minutes in the second half. Sinevuk gets his first goal of the game, and his first goal of the season after coming back from the Olympics. And then we make it 4 in the 75th minute of the game. Baguda finds Forbes, he finds Okeke, and Bogner scores. It is a bit fortuitous, I'm not complaining. It's good to see him back in the scoring sheet, so that's happy days. A 4-0 win, we looked very comfortable, and they didn't have a single shot on goal. We beat Slava and Bratislava in the second leg, though we did look a bit fortuitous to get this result. Sunevik gets the opening goal of the game, and that's a good sign. His second goal in 2 matches. They equalised, though, in the second half from this corner, and I will say, slightly disappointed with the fact we'd let that in, but we responded quite quickly to get back in front. Victor finds Wupiedo, or tried to. He finds Padaversa, though, and Padaversa scores from there. And then we make it 3. Baguda finds Wupiedo, who scores his very first goal of the season and for the club, to really cement control and to cement the 3-1 victory. We are through to the next round of the Champions League. The next game we had was against Budapest, and we beat them 2-1 after Forbes gets the opening goal of the game with this effort to really show once again he's a very dangerous player right now. However, Gerwitz scores the equalising goal, the first goal we've conceded in the league so far to get an equaliser, though we won it late on in the 81st minute of the game. Baguda, showing his speed, plays it across to Sinevuk, who scores to make it 2 to win us the game. That's 3 goals in 3 games for him now, and I'm very happy with his performances. We then took on Rangers in the Champions League playoff first leg and beat them 3-0. Okeke with the opening goal of the game with this effort, a very good start from our point of view. And we then make it 2, latching on to their mistake here, Mayo and Irvine. Well, Irvine gets called, Borges finds Bugler scores to make it 2. And then late on in the second half, we make it 3. Forbes cuts inside, does that. It's a lovely goal, and he's really enjoying himself this season. Another outstanding performance. Perhaps our best signing to date. We then went to Ibrox and beat Rangers 6-3 on the night to win 9-3 overall. Salazar finds Forbes to get the opening goal. A good start inside 44 seconds. We make it 2 though. Forbes again proving to be a nightmare to deal with. Boxe getting a goal this time. Really good stuff from our point of view. And it's 3-0 inside 26 minutes. I couldn't believe how well we were doing here, but Forbes plays across to Palanta. His shot is blocked, but Sinevuk scores his 3rd goal in 4 matches. And then we make it 4-0 inside the 40th minute. Morris cuts inside, plays across to Salazar. He finds Boxe, and Boxe is not going to miss a chance like that. And then we make it 5-0 inside 63 minutes. Hambalek takes control of the ball, finds Forbes, he finds Padaversa, and Padaversa is not missing that. We do allow Rangers some chances though, and we got complacent, honestly. We're already 8-0 up on the night overall, and Danilo scores the first goal back. And then they get a second goal, and this is when I start to get a bit frustrated. Danilo played in again and shown that if it wasn't for who we were and how good we were tonight, Rangers could have had a chance. But then we make it 6-2 tonight. Hambalek with this goal. McCrory should do better. But Rangers did get a goal back to make it 6-3, so it wasn't a complete whimper. It was just mostly a whimper. Grant with that finish to make it 6-3. And we're through to the next round of the Champions League. And if only the draw had been better. But I'll show you that after we talk about our league performances. The last game we had before we met up was this 2-0 victory against Ferencváros. Savic's shot was blocked, but Tamas is not missing a chance like that to score. And we make it 2-0 in the second half, 72 minutes in. Sinevuk finds Boxe. He finds the back of the net with that effort. It's in off the bar. It's a delightful goal. And we win 2-0 to win our 4th league game in a row. So as things stand, we are currently 2nd place in the league, behind Vasas, who've won all 5 games. Puskas Academia, who drew against us, are in 3rd. So perhaps the draw against them was not as bad as I was fearing it was going to be. They did lose to Ferencváros 4-0 though, who are down in 5th. So the top 5 teams are the teams you'd expect if you swap Fanfare and Puskas Academica around, because Fanfare are having a very bad start to the year. And that says a lot for them, but I don't know what's going on. But I think they'll come back very quickly, sooner rather than later. We have got the 20th highest league in reputation now, so that's good. But I gotta show you this Champions League draw because it is something else. I've never seen anything like this. After getting £12.69 million for qualifying for the league phase, I was happy. Until I saw this draw, and I thought, oh my god, what have we done to deserve this? So, this is very challenging. It even says in the thing, it's a very challenging fixture list, going up against multiple top-ranked clubs, including AC Milan, PSG, and RB Leipzig. PSG are the favourites to defend their crown. But we got Sevilla first, followed by Monaco, then AC Milan, then Feyenoord, then Real Sociedad, then Nice, then PSG, then RB Leipzig. I don't think I've ever seen a fixture list look this difficult, and Feyenoord beat us last year in this competition as well. So, what do we do to deserve this? Feyenoord beat us 3-1 last year. I had to check this out because I remember this being a thing in the Champions League. We also lost to Nice in the Europa League 2 years ago, 1-0. So, we're a better team than that time. So, hopefully, this could be a winnable game. I also just remember we took on RB Leipzig in a friendly 2 years ago and lost 4-1. So, that was 2 years ago when we were in the Europa League. So, I don't know how much has changed since then. My squad is completely different to that time as well. So, this could be an interesting time, but I think they'll beat us either way. But seriously, I don't think I've ever seen a draw this difficult in my life. And have you guys ever seen a draw more difficult than this? Let me know in the comments down below, because I seriously want to know if this is the most difficult draw you've ever seen. So good news and bad news. Fanfares are in the Europa Conference League phase, but they were knocked out in the last round, so that's not ideal. And the other two teams that were in the Europa Conference League were also knocked out, though in their defence, I say in their defence, in Fanfare's defence, they lost 5-4 to Antwerp and won the second leg 4-2, having lost the first leg 3-0. In the round before that, Seleksa lost 2-1 to Bohemians. They lost 2-1 away from home. But they did take it to extra time, so fair play to them. It's just a shame that Fanfare did not take the extra time in their game, but they were also 2-1 down quite early on in this match, so that second goal was what killed them off. This guy's been really good in some saves of mine. I've seen him become an outstanding talent, but for other reasons and other saves, he doesn't become quite good. So this guy's a bit of a coin toss of how good he can be. Good news though, we're actually top of the nation's coefficient place race at the moment. I know, very early days. I'm not expecting much from this, but we're still doing okay here. And as things stand, we're already equaling the points we got last year altogether, and we've already got almost double the points of the year we're losing. So this was the year to do well, and we're already doing very well indeed. I just need ourselves and Fanfares to have good years in Europe, which for us might be a bit more difficult than Fanfares, honestly. But as things stand, we're jumping up to 15th place, which, as things stand, will get us an extra place in Europe in the Champions League. So that's important. I would like to be able to say that's a thing that can happen. And also the Europa League place that is here, don't know where that is, that goes into the third qualifying round instead of the second qualifying round. So it's looking promising to say the least. Also, Carlos Borges, or Forbes, is looking absolutely outstanding. He's already got 16 goal contributions in 11 matches, 7 goals, 9 assists. All 9 assists have come in the Champions League so far. We've scored 20 plus goals in the Champions League already. So we might be in for a very fun time if we can keep our goal scoring record up in that competition. Also, I need to make sure we renew Balanta's contract sooner rather than later. I'm willing to pay him more money if it means I can get rid of that £3.4 million release clause, because it is terrifying. I don't want to lose him for cheap. But what I'm going to be doing is ending this here. Do we even have a chance to get out of the Champions League? Can we even crack the top 24 despite perhaps the hardest fixture list I've ever been given? And surely the Champions League and double is expected now, right? We have to look at that and say, we're going to win everything. Surely. But I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys will like and share this video. And that you subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a lot. But anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.